Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Umber Rays, and today I want to talk to you about the Square Enix Cafe. Right now here in Japan, which is having its Brave Exvius collaboration. It's had many collaborations and I've kind of had a feeling for a long time this was, something that was eventually going to happen, and hey, of course it was. It's Square Enix. They got to try and make as much money as possible. So I'm going to talk about that today. I should just say really quickly that while I have a lot of positive things today, I'm feeling a little down. It's a little rainy outside. I watched an episode of Game of Thrones, which is always an uplifting experience. But with Endgame and a whole bunch of stuff kind of frustrating me lately, let's put that aside and talk about the experience I had this weekend. And as such, I've chosen one of my more favorite pieces of Final Fantasy music because it's relaxing, and that's the kind of tone I want to have in this video. So yeah, Brave Exvius is still a game I very much enjoy playing, especially with some of the changes that have come. Obviously, there are changes in Brave Exvius that have happened lately that I'm less than particularly excited about, being the Summon Festival and whatnot. But when I heard that Square Enix Cafe was getting, a Brave Exvius collaboration, and it was, a pretty easily accessible thing to go to, I figured, hey, I still play this game for now. I might as well go to it and check it out. And the Square Enix Cafe, this is my first time going to this particular cafe. I have done the Eorzea Cafe multiple times, which I can actually prove very easily, too. Just grab a few of them. Here's my proof. So I've been to the Eorzea Cafe, so this isn't my first attempt with themed cafes here in Japan. As a matter of fact, if any of you ever come to Japan, I very much recommend that you go to a maid cafe, because it is an experience in itself, and you have to do it if you're into Japanese culture, even a little bit. But yeah, this was not my first time with the cafe, and going to the one in Osaka also painted a little bit of a picture of maybe, right now is the middle of Golden Week, and Golden Week is a big sling of holidays here in Japan. Lots of schools have time off at this point. Lots of people have time off. So traveling around Japan during Golden Week is pretty much unadvisable because everybody else is doing it. You can definitely, but it's just so busy. So I wouldn't overly recommend it. And maybe that's why this cafe was just not very busy at the time that I went. However, looking into the picture, it seems like it's not the most busy thing. And this thing is around for a month, basically. So if you are coming to Japan in the next month, go check it out and whatnot. But yeah, the cafe is running on basically a couple of things right now. And I had no problem getting in on its opening. I guess it would have been its second day in, but the thing that, of course, we all want, or all the JP players want, basically, is the unit that comes with it, which is Cafe Charlotte. And go ahead, you can look at the code. It doesn't matter, I've already redeemed it anyway. But that is one of the big things that everybody is going to the cafe for, because, Charlotte is a pretty popular unit, and her new version is a pretty good buffer and enhancer, so yeah, a lot of people want her. But the cafe was pretty easy. I just walked in. I came back a couple of times during the day when I wasn't in Endgame, because that thing's 6 hours long. But basically there was always walk-ins available. And even my time in the cafe was not particularly that busy. The cafe was nice, the cafe was clean, the staff was nice and friendly. The waitress who I talked to a little bit, she was very friendly as well. So I had an overall good experience with the staff as well as just getting into this. I have gone to the cafe at other points in times when they've had, collaborations with Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts, and both of those times that I went, it was really difficult to get in, so Brave Exvius, I guess, is just not a big draw. And it could be Golden Week, it could be a lot of people are just gone, or busy, or have plans, but still, it was a part of my experience, so I do have to talk about it. So let's just switch over here where I can show off some photos. My goal on, so if you want Cafe Charlotte, you have to go and you have to spend at least 2,500 yen on a combination of drinks, food, you know, that kind of stuff. And so I tried to get as many things done as I possibly could have in a single trip. Also because I wanted to see, hey, if I just go one time, do I get 1 code or 2 code? If I spend 5,000 yen, do I get 2 codes? The answer is no, apparently. Apparently, if you one person spends 5,000 yen, and I've heard this from a bunch of other people who went and spent over, that you only get 1 code per person. So bring a friend if you want to get 2, is basically what I think I'm getting. But it works much in the same way that a lot of other cafes do, except, well, the Orza Cafe works on paper. This one is advanced enough that it works on an iPad, so when you sit down, you're given an iPad, and you're basically, it keeps track of your menu, and you just, you know, click whatever you want, send it to the thing, and then they just bring you your food right to your table. In the meantime, you're able to get up, you're able to look at all the artwork around, or take photos of anything. There are no video taking allowed when you're there, so I could not take any videos. Apologies, but you kind of got to follow the rules and be nice. So my experience was pretty good. You know, when you first get there, they give you a couple of like welcome introduction cookies. I was quick to order basically the Laswell drink, which you see in that picture real quick, the purple one, and the rainbow drink, which actually does glow like a rainbow, so that was pretty fun. The Laswell drink had a fair amount of liquor in it. Like, the prices in here are like $8 to $9 or higher, depending on what items you're getting. And that, for a lot of people, that's going to be something that's going to be like a big, whoa, hold on, I'm not spending that much money. But this is the price you pay for going to these specialty things. The creative food, the way it looks and everything, is to make up for the price. So, and the Laswell drink had a fair amount of liquor to it. The, as you can see, the rainbow drink there was kind of jello-y, which was pretty cool. Like, it was like a jello shooter, but without the alcohol in it. And both were tasty, so I had no problem going for either of them. Matter of fact, the Laswell drink was pretty good. But the rainbow drink, I should say, really quickly, the rainbow drink, you know, I'm a Brave Exvius player, and I have tickets on my account, so I figured, hey, what the hell? Let's see if pulling while drinking a rainbow drink gets me a rainbow. And it actually did get me a rainbow. I used 5 tickets, and I ended up getting... Just bring it up real quick. There we are. I ended up getting Cloud of Darkness, the new version, the 5-star version. So that was pretty cool. It was a little bit fun, obviously, for a Brave Exvius player. But the drinks were all good. This one right here, the one you see on the screen, is the Sakura drink, which has cotton candy on top of it. Cute, but it comes with a heart-shaped straw, and it's definitely a sweet drink, but it was just the least amount for the money I think you spent on it. It was probably my least favorite thing on the menu that I tried. And there were foods and drinks I did not try. I did not try Rain's tea yet. That'll probably be a priority next time. I'll go and try Rain's tea. And also, I'll probably get another rainbow drink, probably. But for food items, I definitely skipped out on a fair bit because the Rain's burger was pretty heavy. I mean, it's not a very big burger for basically $10 and you only get a couple french fries, but it was pretty filling. And if you're trying to try a whole bunch of other stuff on the menu, yeah, it has a sword stuck through it, but it's a pretty high quality. And that's something I should say really quickly. The food quality on the menu, I have no complaints about. Yes, it is expensive. Themed food usually is. But more than anything, I really thought that all of the food items on the menu tasted great. And the burger, like everything from the bun, which is, you know, usually not a really big thing, tasted fresh and hot and was awesome. So no complaints there. And as for desserts, there were a couple things I tried. Hopefully it'll shift around here a little bit, but the Trust Moogle chocolate fondant cake was really chocolatey. It was really rich. It had like some ice cream on it. I didn't eat the Moogle. I think the Moogle's like cardboard, or it might be a rice cracker, but I was getting pretty full by close to the end of it, and I was just trying to get try as many things as I could. And there you can see the cafe. And there it is. There's the Moogle cake. The berry sauce underneath of it was really nice too, as well as all the little candy things. And the nickel spellbook crepe with the two blue ones for sherbet, like berry sherbet and vanilla ice cream, symbolizing the 3 children of water from the game. And the spellbook was like this crepe with vanilla and just really good. So I absolutely really had a great time with the food. The staff was friendly and everything. And when you buy drinks, basically the way it works for anybody who hasn't been to the Eorzea Cafe in Japan, whenever you buy a drink, you get a random coaster. And for the Brave Exvius ones, they came in these silver tin, or these silver containers, so it's a little bit gacha related. So as you order drinks, you get more, and these were to prove to you that I got 3 drinks. I got 2 Chair Laswells, because of course I got Chair Laswells, and Lid and Jake. So, all my favorite characters all in one go. Even 2 of the same. But yeah, I don't have any complaints about it. It was generally a fun thing to do while I was also in town going to see Endgame. The cafe experience has always been particularly good, and one of the reasons why I felt pretty comfortable doing this is, 1, my Japanese has been improving, but 2, the Eorzea Cafe was something I've already done back when I had less Japanese skills, and I was able to get through that, so I wasn't, overly nervous about doing this. But it was a nice, I also enjoyed that it was just fairly quiet. If it had been like super busy, I think it would have been less good of an experience and less, or more difficult to get in. So far, I also should say that I actually do have my ticket for a second time, which does tell you that I'm at least pretty ready to go again into the future. Like, I've already got my ticket here for the cafe part 2, and I'll be going closer, or on the day that Miso and Siro, who are 2 of the big cosplayers for Brave Exvius on the Japanese side, will be there. So I couldn't quite get the exact time for when they will be present, but I'm right before it, so I should still be able to see them again. I met them in December. It'll be interesting to see if either of them remember me. And Mog. Mog's over there. But yeah, it was a fun experience. I had a good time. I'm a little bit annoyed that they are holding out the Cafe Charlotte's particularly so much, because it just didn't feel really cool to be like, oh yeah, it seems to be limited. And not even limited in the way. It seems that also that you cannot get more than 2 of these codes per account. So yeah, that is definitely seems to be a thing that I've come across, because it says on the website that 2 of these per account kind of thing, or 2 per person. And so that makes me think that even if you get 4 of these, you can't redeem them in game, and you'll max out at 2. But yeah, Cafe Charlotte wasn't the big reason I went. I obviously wanted to try the food, see the experience, have a little bit of fun, and I did all of those things in particular one trip, and I've already got my second trip planned to go to it and try, some of the other stuff on the menu that I've missed. I missed Lid and Axstar's food, and Fina's Caesar salad, which I'm a big fan of Caesar salad, so I'm really curious. I think it also has pink Caesar sauce, which, again, novelty, but cool. So, yeah. Overall, I'd say that it was a pretty fun time, and if you guys are ever in Japan while this is going on, definitely go check it out, or go, if you're, a little disappointed about not being able to go see this, go see the Eorzea Cafe, which is located both in Tokyo and Osaka. Always reserve your stuff ahead of time. That is a really big lesson for Japan. Let me just see here. Oh. Apparently that changes that. Like, the Eorzea Cafe is basically always running and is a lot of fun and does, like, fairly big upgrades every once in a while. So it's pretty fun, either in Akihabara or Osaka. Those two places I know about it. But yeah, it's definitely fun to go to both of them. I would say that you should go to at least something while you're here and have some fun at these, you know, cafe events. Oh, look, you can go to the Eorzea one and get, like, popcorn and stuff. That was back in March. Ooh. That actually looks really cool. Shoot, I should really not be looking at any of this right now. But yeah, Brave Exvius Cafe in Osaka, pretty darn good experience. Probably a little bit of the stuff I'm annoyed about is really more the restriction things. But other than that, if you get a chance, definitely go see it. That's all for this video on the JpFoodLog on a special Brave Exvius edition, and I'll see you next time for another video. See ya.